what road this is? What road is this?
Oh my god, I really don't know.
Anyway, we're somewhere out here in Pennsylvania. Talk about, let's see. People constantly comment saying if there wasn't any new cars, that there won't be any used cars. Well, I'm going to tell you this. There is a stretch of new cars that aren't worth even having used. So stretch of new cars.
US 1.
We're on US 1. A stretch of new cars that are not even worth having new. And that's going to go from 2018 to current production model years for almost all manufacturers. So what does that mean for real? All right, so let's just use Hyundai and Kia. It's no secret about their engines blowing up, and I'm going to tell you their engines blow up because the customers aren't changing the oil. Facts. GM, their engines just blow up just because they want to blow up, and then add in the customer not taking care of it properly, right? So you got GM, Kia, Hyundai, then now you have Ford, and then you also have Honda, Acura. So almost a majority of the manufacturers, well, forget Land Rover and blow up BMW and Mercedes. Just group all that shit boxes all together.
Okay.
So for the what did I say? 2018 and up vehicle, who is going to want to buy that used vehicle? Nobody, if they were smart.
You look like that guy that's looking over the fence.
Wilson. Who is going to want, and forget, and add Jeep into that too, with their 3.6s that camshafts and followers also. So I'm not excluding Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. So you have this 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's going to go into 2026. So you have 8 years of production vehicles out there. They're absolute urinals. Brand new cars, brand new Cadillacs, EVs that are just, no new dealership wants an EV back. No used car dealership wants an EV back. Our Tesla lease, they sold that car before we even returned it.
Who?
Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even want their junk. They already know their junk. They don't even want them back. So what does that do to the used car market? Well, let's talk about it. Mazda actually builds a pretty good car. You have all these manufacturers that can barely make it 3 years or 36,000 miles. Excuse me, I need a little sip of something, please. That you would hope over the period of time, put your Pedialyte on, over that period of time, that all the kinks and bugs will be worked out. That's not always true. So you have a high probability of buying someone else's piece of crap that was a piece of crap new car to them, that burned oil the first 3 years they drove it. Then they trade it in, somebody else is going to buy it, it's going to burn oil and blow the motor up. Then they're either going to junk it or put a motor in it and say, I hate this car. And what are they going to do? Go buy another used car in the same 3 to 5 year age? It's going to have the same problems. Problem is, the world doesn't have the inside scoop enough, like I'm telling you right now, that we have 8 production year vehicles currently out there that are complete piles of crap, and you're probably driving one now. Yeah, I'll tell you that Anthony's new Kia that he leases, that I pay for, right? That car will never burn oil because we changed the oil properly. Kia engine will never burn oil because of the way that I take care of it. Never. We will never blow that engine up. It will never have internal failure. Facts. No different than the car I'm driving right now with 318,000 miles on it. So I change the oil every 3,000 miles and maybe a little bit over 3,000 miles. This will never suffer mechanical failure. This engine will just naturally wear out before that happens. Have I had engines with mechanical failure? My F-150, absolutely. The previous owners before me abused the engine. By the time I got it, it burned oil. I tried to save it, and I don't know, was it 230,000 miles?
For what?
The black truck?
Somewhere's right around
The
there.
oil pump went and took the whole motor out. Junk. So,
We had that truck for a
right.
while.
So a lot of vehicles today can't even make 100,000 miles without needing time and change tenders and guides, and phasers, add that in there, and BVTs. And if that isn't a problem, they're burning oil because the oil control rings are stuck because of overextending oil changes. So you have these years of vehicles out there that people are licking their chops for. Oh, I'm gonna wait and get that used Acura, get that used Beamer, that used Mercedes, that used Kia, used Hyundai. It's even worse, the problems. Even worse. And you know what the dealerships don't know? They don't know if that car's going to burn oil or not. That's why they say, I show it all the time. 2022, 2023, rims are curved, body's beat up a little bit, need some interior work, send it to the sale. I don't care how many miles are on it. They can't tell. And then if it passes all the clean work, and it's a car they can put back out on the market, they don't know if they're going to see it back with an oil consumption problem. Chances are 99 out of 100 times, almost every pre-owned car that you buy that's used is going to have an oil consumption problem between 18 and 2025. Then GM is not coming out with their new engine until 2027 in their V8s. So I personally would wait if I was buying any GM truck. I don't know, cars, I mean, it all stems from overextended oil changes and cheap gas, and no one put money into the maintenance. They put more money into throwing parties, taking care of themselves and surviving than they do their car. There's going to be a generation of that. So I don't know if a lot of people remember back. I started in 91, and there really wasn't too many armpit cars in. Honda built a fantastic vehicle, very credible. Acura, same thing. Toyota, Nissan. Hyundai was like introduced their car, and I actually owned one, and it's a great vehicle. But I took care of it. So yeah, the people who are waiting for all these used cars, you're waiting for a used Tesla to hit the market that no one's going to give you a warranty on.
Have you seen this picture?
What is it? What is it?
It's the M.
It's the M's?
Yeah, in Fairless Hills, PA.
I know Fairless Hills.
Oh my God. Well, a lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't like them. Oops. Well, it could be McDonald's, it could be Mavis. Let's just talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
Like even Hondas of the generation, I'm gonna use the rotor here. Great generation Honda right there. Great car. You know what the problem is? Customer doesn't change the oil regular enough. What do those vehicles suffer? Oil consumption, and the variable valve timing actuator rattles, and so does the timing tensioner. If they change the oil every 3,000 to 4,000 miles, they wouldn't have any issues with that car. And we're just going to keep going. My brother's driving an F-150 5.0 from 2013 behind me. He's behind me. That's the truck in the lights. Vehicle. No engine lights, no time and chain noise. It doesn't sound like a sewing machine like the newer generation 5.0s. When Toyota made a decent V6. Toyota Sienna. Perfect vehicle. Let's just keep going. And you could abuse that car a little bit, the Sienna V6. The Honda Pilot, hit or miss. Hit or miss. If you didn't change the oil on this car, nightmare. Then you move into the newer generation Honda over here. If you don't take care of your 18 to 20 something turbocharged engine, you're already doomed because the block has a defect in it. Engineer defect. Chevy over here, 3.6s. If you don't change the oil sooner than later, time and change oil consumption. Does anyone just see what the common denominator is right here? Ford Explorer, great vehicle, and it's an error. 6-cylinder V8. If you didn't change the oil enough, you wound up with timing chain problems. Does anyone see a correlation here? Still on the road, still going. Great vehicle. They probably take care of it. So there's going to be a lot of vehicles out there that people are waiting for the customer to trade them in with depreciation and all that. Problem is, you are going to have the biggest headaches in your entire life buying those vehicles. This is a GM 6.2, headache. 5.3, they still have their problems. Someone's waiting for that car. It's not before where it was port injection, non-variable valve or non-DOD. They were the best engines they built. And then you tried to get smart and tried to make them better. You made them worse. And your customers weren't educated on how to take care of them. It really all starts with oil. But you can't blame the customer when they buy a new Ford and they engineered the block wrong and your engine consumes coolant and you need a new motor. There's no fixing it. Then Honda had the great idea and did the same shit for many years. Yep. And then, Honda and Acura really quiet about their oil consumption issues, just fixing the bottom ends for free and putting motors in. They were smart ones. Don't make a big deal about it. Get the customers in and take care of it. Toyota Camry Hybrid, good car. Another car right here, good car. The problem is those customers that usually drive Kias and Hyundais don't change the oil regularly enough. Anyone who's got a new Kia or a Hyundai and did the same poor maintenance practices to the free engine they got, guarantee those engines are still burning oil. And I know customers who have free engines or warranty engines that are now changing it every 3,000 miles, and I've been keeping an eye on those cars. They're not burning oil now. Change the oil. That's the common denominator. Yep, it's going to cost you a little bit more money. So what? You're not going to need an engine every 60,000 miles. And then buy a battery-operated car. You can't afford to fix the battery or the engine's in it, let alone keep up with the technology. Once it's out of warranty, you're doomed. So yeah, there's going to be a span, and forget Land Rover, they're junk. All their customers already know that. It's the people who are naive and say, yeah, I want to use Land Rover because it's not 80 grand, it's 20 grand. Yeah. Junk. Yep. What else? Nissan really makes a good car. I can't complain. Besides the transmissions, right? And that's right there. CVT transmissions. Nobody maintains them. If they actually just change the fluid in them every 30,000 miles, it wouldn't be such a basket case. CVT transmissions aren't a towing transmission or a fleet type transmission in these cars. These are great cars. Certain things can hold up to the abuse and certain things can't.
The wrong direction for Mark, though?
No, he's got to go our way anyway. What do you mean?
I mean, he doesn't have to go our way.
What are you talking about? He's going to go across the bridge, just like we are. He's going to pass the Philadelphia airport, just like we are. He's not going to Florida.
I know, but...
Here's another good car. Chevy Equinox. So many people complain about those cars. Junk motor. Actually, great little cheap car. Great car. Best year Silverado. Subaru actually builds a decent car, but Subaru effed up. Subaru and tried to reinvent the world with their thermostats, and now Subaru free thermostats up to 150,000 miles. They just can't get it right. What was wrong with the old thermostats, you dumbasses? Who's going to want a newer generation Subaru that the thermostats are a nightmare and it's over $1,000 for a thermostat in your used Subaru? Nobody. People used to be able to buy a pre-owned Subaru and say, God damn, this car's got a lot of life left in it. Yeah. Not unless you have to get through inspection with the check engine light on. Cyber junk. Who's going to be able to afford that junk used? Nobody. Not at $800 a tire. What do you think alignment cost for a cyber junk?
A lot. Those tires are gigantic.
Yeah. So there's going to be a period of cars that people wish that they kept. So that's just my thing, is the auto repair end of it. People are in for a rude awakening. Waiting to buy a 2025, or waiting to buy a 2024, waiting to buy a 2023. This is a good car. It's a good car. But you got to change the oil. Jeep went to these 4-cylinder crappers. Does that make any sense? Junk. 4-cylinder turbocharged 5,000 pound vehicle. What sense does that make? None. It's going to be a period of vehicles that are just going to be absolute shit boxes that people are going to buy. And you see more and more why new car dealerships don't want to trade, or they just send it to auction, because they already know how bad it is. They already know how bad it is. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I got to hear a story.